and it's your show. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you everybody for coming. I won't keep you long, but the reason why I like to do these Zooms is because it's much easier to tell a group of people at once instead of trying to share individually with everybody. So I'm just going to quickly tell you my experience with Neora, and then Anne's going to share her experience, and then she'll kind of go over the products with you guys a little bit. So I was introduced to Neora through Anne. We were actually driving across the country and we stopped by her house. And before we left, she said, here, try this skin cream. It's a day and a night cream. And all I ask is that you take pictures. Just make sure. She took some pictures of me there and she said, in a couple weeks, take some more. That's it. That's all she told me about it. I said, okay. All right. And I actually waited for a little bit to try it because since I was 16 years old, I always had skin problems. And there was only one thing I ever used on my face, and it was by prescription. And literally the thing, if you don't have insurance, even with insurance now, I think it's like $100 for a jar this big. It's $400 if you don't have insurance for this prescription stuff I would use on my face. And that's it. I wouldn't wear sunscreen because I didn't want my face to break out. I wouldn't wear moisturizer, nothing ever since I was 16. And so I was a little nervous to try it. But I thought, what the heck? So after, I think 2 weeks of trying it, I took pictures again, and I didn't really think it was doing much. I didn't notice until I saw the pictures. And it was funny because even Scott, when I showed him the picture, he was like, oh yeah, he goes, I could totally tell a difference in your face. And I'm like, holy shit, no way, this stuff really works. So I was pretty excited about it. And I think it was within a day of these pictures, my friend Jamie, who is a Dr. Joe student, she told me that she's actually been using Neora, and was gonna start actually doing a business with it. And I was like, no kidding. And she said, will you come on my Zoom call just, as a support? I was like, sure. So I went on, same kind of thing. And at that point, I saw with my own two eyes the difference that it was making on my skin. And because it's a very personal thing to me, I'm like, well, yeah, why not? I'll use it, and I'd be happy to share it with people, because we all know when you go to a restaurant or you read a good book or whatever, you want to tell everybody. So then I started looking at other before and after pictures besides just mine, and it really, really blew me away. And then on top of that, I looked at the business side of it, and the CEO that started the company is freaking amazing. Like, his passion is literally making people better, like self-transformation and growth. And it just was like, oh my gosh, I have to be a part of this. I have to be a part of this. And again, because I knew how personal it is for me with my skin, it was huge for me. And then I saw, all those pictures. I'm like, I know that's changed those women's lives by their skin, because that's really important to all of us. So I went all in, and I started doing a business with it as well. And yeah, now it's my passion to share it with people. So with that, I will let Anne take over, and she can fill in a little bit more of the details.
Thanks, Em. I love your pictures, by the way. I think they're amazing results. My story with this is that I used to be an actor and a singer, and I guess a dancer too. I spilled those beans. And that's all I've ever done to make money. Hi, Gina, welcome. And I was introduced to this by my esthetician when I went to get a facial about 7 years ago. I was looking for a plan B. I didn't want to rely on show business to take me into the rest of my life. And my husband, who's a musician, was traveling on the road. I think he was entering his 37th or 38th year of being a traveling musician. He's extremely successful, but he was really tired of that lifestyle. So I knew that I needed to find something that I could do that would be my own business, that would have flexible hours. I was looking for residual income. I really didn't know what that was going to be. And when my esthetician walked in to give me my facial, she really literally looked like she'd had really good work done. And I had only seen her a few months earlier. So I just asked her what she'd done. And she sat me down and she said, I really think you should look at this. This is, I've never seen a product do what this has done. So I wasn't really sure what the business was. I had never even heard of relationship marketing before. That was a new one on me. But I was looking at the results on her face, and it really did seem like this was something that people would be excited about. So I went home, and after I had heard some of the stories of people who had been involved and realized that there was real money to be made, I thought, well, I'll just do what they're doing to have success and see if I can make this a really viable income for myself. So luckily, my esthetician had told me to take pictures, and I'll show you my own results. This is my 3-month result using just the night cream, which was the only product that we had when the company launched. The company launched with one product in one country, and it has a 30-day money-back guarantee. So in the first year in business, they made $100 million in sales with one product in one country, and that product is refundable. So I showed this picture to anybody that would look at it, and a lot of other pictures too. I'm going to show you some of the pictures, but that's basically what I did. Is I shared pictures, and I invited people to take a look at either the products or the business opportunity. And I've built a really, really healthy income just showing pictures and sharing with people something that I would probably be sharing anyway. Now, this is my 5-year result. It's a naked face, except now I have eyelash extensions. So you can see that I sort of depuffed myself. I also was having some redness issues. And the pictures say more than any words could ever say. I'm just going to show you a couple of my favorite results here. This is my friend Kenyon. This was in 8 weeks, I believe. So she is a partner on the team, and that is a stunning result. I mean, the company used that picture for quite some time. So she's a poster child for this stuff. All of the products that we have, the main ingredients are bioorganic. I'll show you a couple more here because you can get a variety of different skin types. This woman says she's used all this other really high-end stuff. We have literally thousands of pictures like this. Literally, there's just, picture after picture. We also have some dudes that use it. Apparently men care about their skin just like women. These are just some of my favorites. I don't think this guy was into skincare before. It doesn't look like it. We also have products that target the eye area. So I'll show you a couple of pictures of that. This lady had used the eye serum for, what does it say, 5 days. So that's a product that usually works really, really quickly. Show you another eye picture that I can pull up here. Oops. This guy. So that's one use. When you have stuff that works really quickly, it's fun to sample people and just say, let's just see how it works on you. Let's see here. Still to share. I've just rearranged myself here. Hang on. Sorry. We also have a body contour cream. Let's see if I can find the picture. Oh, this is a good one. So the body contour cream is something that people use from the neck down. Love that. Also have a picture of a mummy tummy here somewhere. There it is. So I've found that people who use the firm, sometimes if they've had kids, it's really a hard area for them to firm up. So our product addresses that for sure. Anyway, it's been a real gift in my life to be a part of this. I've been able to, travel the world, basically run my business from my phone for the most part, and meet some really great people, because the culture of the company does attract really, really loving, caring, sharing people. And I've been able to underwrite my Joe Dispenza habit. that it isn't cheap. I think I've been to 10 seminars in the last couple of years. So it's allowed me freedom, time freedom. It's given my husband options that he wouldn't have had. He doesn't have to say yes to every tour. And I've created a whole new life for myself doing a business when I had never even done a business before, any type of business. I was a performer. So I'd like to just quickly go through some of the information. We're going to start with the products, and then we're going to move into a little bit about the business. So even if you're here just to see what the products are, I'd like to share a little about the business, because you may know someone that's looking for another stream of income, particularly leveraged global income. So the thing about this type of business is that I think we can all agree that business is changing from how it was even 5 or 10 years ago. It's moving from brick and mortar, like the movie rental store that you used to go get your DVDs, to online. It's also interesting that people want to make their own hours and work for themselves, so that you notice the rising of something like Uber over a taxi cab company. People are renting out their extra room for Airbnb instead of maybe staying in a pricey hotel. The Airbnbs I've stayed in are nicer than pricey hotels. People want the convenience of online shopping. And that's really good for a business like this, because we don't have any overhead. We don't have to pay for the rent and the employees and the inventory and the advertising and the insurance and all the other expenses that go with brick and mortar. So I think I've covered this, except maybe to point out that the corporate ladder has salary caps and glass ceilings. So in this business, there's absolutely no cap to how much an individual can make. We're also not trading time for money. So even though somebody might get paid a lot of money per hour, there's only so many hours in the day. And if something comes up in their life when they can't work, whether it's an injury or something happens to someone in their family or whatever, they don't get paid. They don't show up for work. They don't get paid. Here in this type of business model, we're basically the marketing arm for this company's really, really excellent products. So they pay the advertising dollar to us for sharing with people that we probably share with anyway. And we're creating leveraged residual global income. So leveraged means we get paid a little bit on everything that our team does, which means we're incentivized to help other people succeed. The residual income comes from our customer base, who orders over and over again when they fall in love with the products. And the global aspect is that we can market to any country that the company has opened the market for. So right now we're in 14 countries. The countries are here at the bottom of the screen. You can see which countries we are open in. And there's Jeff Olson on the left. He is our CEO and founder. He also wrote a really terrific book called The Slight Edge. which is used by sports teams and other network marketing companies. The company, as I mentioned, did $100 million in the first full year in business, and to date has earned close to $2 billion. This slide is a little outdated. And we were also on Inc. 500's top 500 list. We were number one in sales and services in our first full year in business. We've also given over $5 million to charity. Our biggest donation is to Big Brothers Big Sisters, a mentoring company a mentoring foundation for at-risk youth. So you can see that the market for anti-aging products is $999 billion, and for skincare it's $116 billion. We also offer a few wellness products now. So for fitness, mind, and body, it's a $542 billion market, and vitamins and dietary supplements are $91 billion. So there's definitely an interest in these different spaces, and I use every single product that this company offers, so I can say from personal experience that they all really deliver and do what they say they're going to do. And if someone doesn't have the results they're looking for, they can send it back, any product back, and get their money back within 30 days of buying it. So the main flagship products are our night cream and day cream. The night cream and day cream used together address any issue that someone might have with their face. So it's fine lines, deep lines, hyperpigmentation, sun damage, the appearance of pores, wrinkles, crinkles, everything. And it's recommended to also use our cleanser along with that, which really creates a palette for these products to do their thing. So that trio is going to really give someone a great result, especially if they document their results for themselves by taking before and after pictures. Usually you can see in the pictures what you don't see in the mirror, because you don't really remember what you looked like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Like I mentioned at the beginning, we do have products that target the eye area. That's a very delicate area around the eye. The Moisture Boost patches are like a spa treatment for the under eye area. I like to say they make you look rested even if you're not. And the eye serum is a twice a day serum that you pat around the eye area that addresses, dark circles, puffiness, crow's feet. So not only does it make most people look a lot more refreshed immediately, but it really improves the eye area over time. We have an Illuma Boost brightening and shield, which addresses pigment issues. You can see on the left-hand side that this person has used it on her hands. And it's really going to make the skin tone look more even. It's essentially a vitamin C serum, and it's absolutely lovely. We have the Prolistic Skin Balancing Lotion, which is actually a probiotic / prebiotic that's applied dermally. So for me, I use it on my hands and my feet. It really helps my feet stay nice and soft in between pedicures. And it's also putting probiotics into your body, so that's going to improve your gut health. The Body Contour Cream, I showed you a couple pictures a minute ago, is going to reduce the appearance of cellulite. I call them the lumpy bumpies. So it really firms and tightens the skin. So it can be used anywhere from the neck down where you would like your skin to be smoother and more taut, more fit looking. So the wellness products that we've come out with, when we had such a sensational first year with the night cream, biotech companies started coming to us and offering us their exclusive products. So we hold the patent for every product that we offer, and these formulas are exclusive to us. They can't be replicated. So the brain health supplement is called EHT, was formulated at Signum Biosciences out of 20 years of research at Signum, which is located at Princeton University. And that's going to improve the cognitive function of your brain, you know, memory, focus, clarity, recall. And it's really good for people who want to be on their A game, like sports people or students or anyone who might have had head trauma, or, you know, just from the natural aging process. Maybe there's that menopausal brain where you can't remember where you parked your car. That was definitely me. EHT is wonderful. We have 2 products that help the mitochondria in your body absorb your food's nutrients and turn them into energy. One is a pill and one is a powder. The powder is added to water and it becomes a lovely drink. So that's really important for your cellular health. We also have a second probiotic / prebiotic product called Prolistic. And that is a powder that you take orally, and it's like a pixie stick, really. You put it in your mouth and it kind of disappears after a minute, but it has a nice lemon flavor. And then we also have 2 products for the circadian rhythm. One is a nighttime chew and one is a daytime chew. So the nighttime chew will help you fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling more rested. The daytime chew is to have sustained energy during the day. So that's great for people who travel to other time zones, or for anyone who might have sleep issues or might have that afternoon lag, and they don't want to have that afternoon lag. These are herbal formulas, so they really, really, really have improved people's life by being able to take this chew instead of maybe, you know, being on sleep medication or drinking 5 cups of coffee in the morning. So these are some of the publications that have featured us on their pages. The editors of these magazines and publications have picked up on our products, and they want their readers to know about it. We do not have paid advertising, but when we get mentioned in some of these publications, certainly we can point to them and say, well, Cosmopolitan said this about us, or New York Post said that, or whatever, Shape magazine. These come out all the time. So this is a short list of the publications that have featured us. So as far as the business goes, not only do they pay us at least 5 times a month, so we get paid every Wednesday, and we also get paid the 15th of the month, but they also offer us free samples and free products. So sometimes people join the business so that they can get their own personal products for free. We also have bonuses, which are 5-star vacations that the company pays for everything, including the airfare. And basically, as I said, you get a branded website, and you can run your business from your smartphone or your personal laptop. There's no need to have an office. The company does everything for you as far as tracking your business and being able to do your business. So to invest in a business like this is between $500 and $1,000. And that basically gets you the $500 investment, gets you $950 worth of products. So you're going to get everything in our product line except for the Nerium firm at the moment. So on top of that, you get the branded website, you get training for the rest of your career with Neora. Did I say Nerium? I'm still getting used to it. We just rebranded on February the 1st. And you get all the training and all the tools that you need to be in business within 5 minutes of signing up. Now, if someone can afford the larger pack, either the $750 or the $1,000, that's going to provide you more products. So the $1,000 pack comes with $1,874 worth of products. So basically, that's a one-time investment. And our objective is to help you make your investment back within your first month so that you're in the black and that you really don't have any overhead unless you want extra products or extra marketing materials, etc. So we have a beautiful back office. This is what this slide is talking about. It's very, very well done website where you basically don't need a secretary. They track everything for you. So this is going through the compensation plan. I'm going to skip through these slides so that if somebody did want to know a little more about the compensation plan, we can talk about that privately, because it's a very detailed and very, very generous comp plan. They also offer a car bonus, which I've got to say is pretty soon after the basic level when somebody joins. So I earned my car bonus in my second month. And keep in mind, I really didn't have any idea what I was doing. I was just excited, and I was sharing with people, and I was following up with them. But I never thought I'd be driving a Lexus, especially one that I didn't have to pay for. I own the car, but the company pays the payments for me. The trips are beautiful. Five nights in a destination like Cancun or Puerto Vallarta. We're going to the Bahamas this year. And I've been on all these trips, and they rent out the entire resort. Everybody there is on the company's dime, and basically we party on the beach for 5 nights and just have a blast. And it's really, really good for building relationships and making relationships with other teams. So our company is unique in that we really work together as a company. We don't consider ourselves the red team or the blue team or the yellow team. We work together to help everybody succeed. And that's something that our CEO is really proud of. So I know we've just touched on a few of the things that make this company special. And you might be a C, a B, or an A. A C would be, see you later. This really isn't for me. I love my skincare. I love my wellness products. And I love what I do, and I want for nothing, which is totally fine. This isn't for everybody. But as I said, if you know someone who values multiple streams of income and is looking for a plan B for whatever reason, please refer them back to Emily, because this is a referral business, and it is changing lives. There are really, really a lot of people who are making 6 figures and 7 figures in this company, even though it's still a very young company, only about 8 years old. And you could be a B, which is become a preferred customer. If you want to try any of the products, or you want some more information about any of the products specifically, you can try them with a 30-day money-back guarantee as a preferred customer, which a preferred customer gets a deep discount over a retail customer when you set up a loyalty account online with Miura. So that gives you a preferred customer website. You can manage your order, you can change your order, you can cancel your order. There's absolutely no binding contract. And if you don't love what you see in your pictures, you can send the products back and get your money back. And you might be like me and just say, I'm looking for something for $500 or $1,000. The worst that can happen is I have a whole bunch of really great skincare and wellness products. And if you want to make a little or a lot, this is a great platform for that. There was a statistic recently in USA Today that said 1 out of 2 people in the United States are going to be running a home-based business by the year 2021. So that says to me that people are really looking for options, that they want to have something in their pocket, and who knows, their side gig might overtake their full-time gig at some point, and they're one of the people that can really say they have a global business that they run from their phone, like I do. I mean, if I can do this, I really do think that anybody can do it, but I know that I can teach somebody how to do what I've done. I just was very motivated, didn't want my husband to kill himself on the road. I really wanted something that I could do, that I was in control of time-wise. I didn't want to work for the man. And I wanted something that was going to provide residual income, something that even if I wasn't there, it was gonna pay me. The global aspect, it turns out, is huge, because I've had people join my team who have opened pockets all over the world. I have a team in Australia. I have a team in Germany. I have a team in New Zealand. I have a team in the Far East. It's really just a beautiful thing. I didn't know people in those markets, but someone on my team did. So it's really just been a life changer for me. And I don't think I'd be sitting here talking to you with a big smile on my face. I didn't really believe that this was something that's worth sharing. I actually sometimes want to scream it from the rooftops. You really need to look at this. So since there's so few of us on the line, I'd love to take any questions if you have any. We welcome questions. All you have to do is either unmute yourself or wave at me and I'll unmute you. No questions?
So I have one. It's Anne, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, did you say it is organic, so what is the foundation for the product? I'm sorry, can you tell me?
The skincare?
Yes.
They're all plant-based.
Okay.
And they're formulated at biotech companies. So the active ingredients in the skincare are bioorganic. And then there are small bits of, small traces of preservatives, so that the products don't need to be refrigerated. But we have a toxicologist who works full-time studying these products. And he has said in front of a whole conference of people, thousands of people, that a 4-year-old child could eat 100 bottles of our flagship product, the night cream, and suffer no ill effects. So that was definitely a concern for me, that I wanted to make sure that these products not only were real and that they really did what they said that they were going to do, but that they weren't toxic. And I'm thoroughly convinced that these are not toxic products.
So the other question I have is, so the long-term effects, in other words, so what happens when a person stops using the product? Does it revert back? So I'll give you an example. Is I experienced a couple of burns to my face when I was younger, also through a flash fire in my workplace, and ended up with, of course, basal cell and precancerous from also sun exposure.
Yeah.
So about 18 months, I go for Fraxel because I have been burnt a couple of times severely on my face.
Yeah.
And so what happens is, over time, of course, your sunspots come out, the whole, precancerous stuff keeps coming back out. So when I have the Fraxel treatment, then it burns it off, right? Remove.
Yeah.
So what can you tell us, I guess, about the product as far as long-term use goes?
Well, it's sort of like going to the gym. If you go to the gym regularly and you work out, you're going to get muscle tone. And if you stop going to the gym, you don't turn into your former flabby self in the first week or 2 weeks or month, but sooner or later, you're going to lose the muscle tone that you've built up from working out at the gym. So most of the time, people value these products so much that they would never stop using them. The thing is, these products stimulate the collagen and the elastin in the skin. So you're going to have healthy, rejuvenated skin naturally when your collagen and your elastin is stimulated. So this isn't some kind of fix where you kind of look better and then you stop using it and you don't look good anymore.
Right.
Your skin is actually brightening, tightening, firming, and smoothing. I'm going to show you my 5-year picture one more time so that you can see. I wish I could pull my 5-year picture and my 3-month picture up together, but I don't have that. So you can see that my 5-year picture, it actually looks like I've had an eye lift to me. My
Yeah.
eyes look bigger, my eyebrows look farther away from my eyes. I didn't lose weight in between these two pictures, which is sometimes I get asked that, but my skin tone is also more even. The issues that I was having on my neck and underneath my eyes have smoothed out. So I'll just show you my 3-month picture one more time. Of course, this was 6.5 years ago, 7 years ago, that this picture, the first picture is still my before picture. But even in a matter of months, I looked younger, a lot younger, a lot better. So, and as I say, we have literally thousands of pictures like this, thousands and thousands of pictures, men, women, old, young, whatever skin type, whatever color, you know. And if you try any of the skincare, you should take pictures so that you know for yourself what these products are doing for you, because then you'll know that they're not photoshopped. You'll know. I would just recommend taking them like a mugshot, really close up, and both profiles, so that, you know, as close up as you can get, so that you know for a fact what these products are doing for you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
my pleasure.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions, Betty?
So when you talk about if you wanted to use it for a month, is it more than, so let me see that I get this correct. So if you wanted to use the product for a month,
Mm-hmm.
you would pay so much money. If after that month, if you say, okay, yeah, this is something I'm very much interested in,
Mm-hmm.
you know, then you go on to looking at one of the package that you offered up top that we were looking at. Is that correct?
Well, to be a brand partner, let's say you try a few products and you take your pictures and you love the products that you're using. You
Yeah.
might consider becoming a brand partner, because for a $500 investment, you get $947 worth of products. So you get our entire product line, except for the Nerium Firm, which you can buy additionally. That's going to give you the ability to get your personal products for free. Let's say you're loving the products and you want your sister, your mother, and your best friend to know about them, and they decide to try them. That makes you eligible to get your personal products for free. But if you don't want to stop there and you want pocket money, then you tell your coworkers and your next door neighbor. And if you want to start building like a viable income with your side gig, the more people you tell, the more people are probably going to be interested in trying something, or maybe even joining the business, because it's impossible to say who's looking for a side gig. Nobody thought of me. I looked like I was just living life and being fine over here. They didn't know that I was biting my fingernails going, I need to find something. And the only thing I'm qualified for is to be a shop girl in a dress shop downtown. And that's not going to get me where I want to go. So you never know what somebody's situation might be. Our top female earner was $45,000 in credit card debt, but nobody knew it. She was on the verge of losing her house, and she joined up. And she's a Joe Dispenza person, by the way, Linda. Anyway, she joined up and just took it and ran with it. You know, she was extremely motivated. She's very bright, and now she's number one income earner in this company. She's made multiple millions. And so, you know, she's also a very close friend of mine. So I take my cues from her. I want to have what she's having. I'll have what she's having.
And could I just add to that? You'll notice too, I've had a couple people already within a short amount of time say, "Oh my God, your skin looks so good," which for me is, I mean, when I say it's personal, that's really personal for me, because for 20 years now, that has always been something that I was so self-conscious of. So just by using the product, people notice and go, oh my gosh. And then, I mean, like I said, it was like, oh, you can get your stuff for free. All you gotta do is tell people about it. I'm like, well, why wouldn't I do that? That's easy for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can show your pictures to people even if they live across the country and they're not looking at you. So yeah, that's really awesome. You're like a walking billboard.
Right. Yeah, makes sense. Thank you for that.
Sure. Linda, I will unmute you. Hang on.
You.
There you go.
Yeah, I have a comment and a question.
Mhm.
Over the years, on and off, I've been on certain these multi-level marketing things, and so it's not they were bad or good. They just didn't blow my skirt up, so to speak, and I just couldn't get behind the product. So and I just felt weird, just promoting some of the stuff. But anyway, that said, what if I just wanted to try the product first?
Oh, then you'd become a preferred customer.
Then you become a preferred customer, okay? And then, what if I start getting compliments? I'm trying to rationalize this in my head because being a woman, to me, face care stuff is great. I mean, look at Mary Kay and what they've succeeded, and their products aren't even that good. Avon and all that sort of stuff. So what if I wanted to just buy the product and then take pictures and see and I would really, I look okay now, but I got lots of wrinkles. So you would really be able to see a good before and after for me, if it works. I'm assuming it does. And then I'm assuming the next step is, wow, I'm totally in love with this stuff. I want to be able to have the products paid for. And then what's the next step?
You can upgrade from a preferred customer to a brand partner at any time. That's really, really simple. So
and that requires the $500 or does not?
500 or 750 or 1,000, depending on how much product you want. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So at one point, where does the business aspect jump in?
When you become a brand partner, you're offered the training. There's nothing mandatory, but if somebody wanted to join and make money and really make this a business instead of a hobby, that is offered. And that was definitely me. I didn't want to mess around. I didn't want to just throw it at the wall and see if it stuck. I had an intuition that what I was offering was going to be something that people would be really interested in. And this was before the company had even had its first full year in business. I just took it and ran with it. And so within a year, I was making six figures. This is not about me or some kind of special ability that I had. It was about me being motivated, being coachable, because I knew I didn't know what I was doing. So I was just sort of like a sponge, just talking to the leaders and trying to figure out what is it that they're doing. And it turned out to be so simple that I just did what they did. I just put my right foot in, put my right foot out, literally, and just flying by the seat of my pants. I was coachable. I was treating it like a business, and I was really motivated. So as far as I can tell, those are the three things that make somebody successful in this business.
And when you say you went all out, how much time did that require, sort of on an average? I imagine some days are heavier than others.
Well, when I first got going, I was reaching out to everyone in my phone, and I would go have coffee with people. I would have people over to my house every Sunday at 4, and I would serve some wine and cheese and play a video. I was reaching out to people that I thought might really need another stream of income, which turned out to be a lot of people in my phone because they're all actors or hairdressers or people who don't make a lot of money. I don't hang out with the jet set, especially back then.
You need to do Dr. Joe meditation, girl.
Exactly. Well, now it's a different kettle of fish because I actually share it with whoever I'm meeting at the Dr. Joe workshops. And so quite a few of those have opened up other markets for me. Natalie Lozano lives in Colombia, and she's had a team down there. Sylvia Kohler opened up Switzerland for me. There's a really, if you're around international people, it pays to open your mouth and at least show pictures at lunchtime, which is what I would do anyway. You know, I was like, what do you do? Well, I take out my phone and I say, it's easier to show you than tell you. This is what I do. I show pictures for a living. I help people look better and feel better.
And that's the thing too, Linda, is I watched like only 2 videos of the CEO, and I swear he reminded me of Joe in that a lot of the language was the same. It was who you kind of become in the process. And it's funny to me now when people like call this an MLM. Like, I don't even like using that word about this because it's so far from, in my mind anyway, it's so weird because the products are actually like they're amazing skincare products. They actually really do change people's lives. So it's interesting to me. And I know, you know, people go to that because of past experiences, and I have had past experiences with them as well. But for me, it was like, well, it's something I really believe in. Like Ann said, well, I'm going to tell people anyway. I'm not like quote unquote selling anything. I'm just sharing what has worked for me. And that's how I look at it, because again, personally, I know how, you know, my skin has affected me. So yeah, I just look at it that way. It's a great product that I love to share with people.
That's an interesting point. I just like to add something to that, is that I never had any experience with someone approaching me from a relationship marketing company. But I have noticed in the 7 years that I've been doing this, that the people who don't bother to get trained can't really do it elegantly. So they come off kind of salesy, and they're trying to get customers. They're trying to get people to sign up. When somebody actually learns how to do this and they practice doing it authentically and from the heart as themselves, not trying to get anybody to do anything. The only thing we're offering is, would you like to take a look at this? And then people are free to say yes, no, or maybe, whatever. When you learn how to do that and rinse and repeat and do it often, then you don't come off like a salesperson. And that's really where the training comes in. That's what they train us to do, is, you know, just be real. Actually, the word real is at the centerpiece of the company. We are real people with real products that get real results. There's a real opportunity here when you align yourself with a company that has real values and really care about the company and care about each other, and we work as a field together. That's never been done in the history of network marketing that I know of, that the entire field supports each other. If I have a person in Pittsburgh who needs to go to a regional training, and that regional training is being done by another leader, they are welcomed with open arms. They are included. They are respected. They are given everything. We work together as a field, and that is what's making this company excellent. So when Jeff Olson gets up at an event, and he could be touting the numbers of how much money the company's made, or, you know, all the different accolades that we've gotten from the different publications or whatever. He talks about the culture of the company. He says, my proudest aspect here is the type of people that are being attracted to this company are really loving, caring, and sharing people. I've never seen a field work together like this. The leaders love each other. We party together. It's crazy. We're having so much fun. And that separates us from a lot of the other companies that are out there. I'm sure that some other companies might be paying attention to what we're doing right. And maybe, you know, I'm sure there's some great companies out there, but what you're looking for when you're aligning yourself with something like this is something that has great products that really do what they say they're going to do, that are exclusive, so they can't be knocked off by the Costco version of whatever it is that you're selling. If you're selling coffee, I have news for you. There's coffee all over the place. But, you know, when you're selling something that I've never seen results in any kind of skincare line that produce these kinds of results. You're also looking for a young company, something that hasn't been around for 100 years or 50 years or even 25 years. Those markets might be saturated. And you're looking for something that has great leadership. And I know Jeff Olson, and I think he's just a wonderful human being. I really would follow him anywhere. He knows what he's doing. And he used to run the People's Network. I don't know if you remember that. It was a cable television station that offered the Tony Robbins and the Jim Rohns and all the personal stuff. Yeah. That was his network. So he actually didn't need to do this. Monetarily, he's set for life, but he did not need to do this. But he saw an opportunity to build a company organically from the ground up with that one little bottle of night cream. And that's exactly what he did.
The other question is, when you go for training, that's the cost to the participant. I mean, I'm a trainer, so I'm using training lingo. But for example, if I went to training in Pittsburgh, so it's my cost to get there, the hotel, and the cost of training and all that sort of stuff, right?
Usually there's a local training once a month on a Saturday morning, once a month, within driving distance of any location in the United States. So
so it's not these big conferences with rah and stuff.
Well,
like
we
that.
have a conference once a year. This year it's in Nashville, Tennessee for 3 days, and the cost of the conference is $149. So the hotel, people usually bunk in together getting there. Of course, that's an expense, but it's a tax write-off too.
Yeah.
And that's valuable because people see the bigger picture. They might hear from leaders that aren't local to them, so they're hearing from some of the top people and hearing their stories. And we do not rah-rah when we go to a conference. We're there to learn. We're there to grow and to get the golden nuggets from the people that are successful. So I think that the conferences are very, very well priced for what they offer.
And also, Anne has been working with me whenever I need her, and is as open and willing for any question I have to, because I knew going into this, I didn't really know anything about it. And, I just knew, like I said, it was a great product. So as far as training goes, you have everything you need available with her too. So.
We also have online training too. So there's videos, training videos that come with the website. So, and if someone lives in a very remote area, they can always zoom in to a regional training. So there's more than one way to get trained.
Yeah, question for M. So you were saying that you couldn't use any other products, but you could use these products?
Yeah, so it's not that I couldn't, it's that my face would break out really bad if I used anything else besides that prescription cream. And then, so I was a little nervous to try this. I think I waited a few weeks and I'm like, oh, I don't know. And then, I thought, well, she gave them to me to try. So I just had a feeling. And when Anne talks about intuition, I totally had an intuition about it. It was really strange.
And you used the night and the day cream.
The night and the day cream. Yep. Yep. Every day. And I've never, Linda, I swear to you when I say I've never even used a moisturizer on my face ever. Cause I was, the
money I've spent on haircuts and moisturizers.
Yeah.
Can you use the product with other things that you have?
So I'll still use a little bit of my prescription cream with it. Okay. Anne knows more about that stuff than I do, but I'll still use a little bit of it. But I don't know why you would need anything else. I mean, I don't think you would want.
Well, it's more of a matter of using stuff up that you already have that costs money. Yeah.
Sure.
Throw it away. Sorry.
Well, no,
I've heard that so many times.
Hyaluronic acid. I'm not going to throw
stuff
that.
That doesn't do anything. It's like,
I can never say it right. Hyaluronic acid. It moisturizes. Hyaluronic, yeah. It moisturizes. The CE ferulic from SkinCeuticals is just C and E. Mm-hmm. And so, but that gets used up quickly. I noticed that some of your products have niacinamide and ascorbic acid in them.
Yeah. The Illuma Boost is essentially our, for pigment issues, and it's vitamin C and niacinamide. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know if it's well, this is kind of technical. There's a certain kind of ascorbic acid. I have to look it up again. But there's a L-ascorbic acid and another one. One is more biologically active than the other.
If you want to know the complete details and the contents of any of our products, you would go to M's website,
Okay.
Click on shop now.
Okay.
And then you can pull up any product and it can give you the ingredient list, and you can then, if you have any questions, you can forward them to me, because I was recruited by an esthetician, 30-year medical esthetician, who she used to have me on SkinCeuticals. That's a great line, but those products didn't give me the results that these products do. Absolutely.
No, I mean, they're not changing anything for me. I'm probably not getting worse, but
yeah.
hey, that
Yeah.
it's better.
That's why Rachel got my attention when I walked into her shop and she looked that much better.
Uh-huh.
I thought, well, she had a really great eye lift or something. I had no idea what she had done. But this was somebody who always used really high-end, really, really clean products on her clients. And I was her client for 12 years before this fateful day.
Is she still an esthetician?
No, she's retired. She's a 3-star national marketing director with this company.
Oh, wow.
And she moved to Hawaii with her family.
Lordy. Wow.
Yeah.
And so if I'm Patricia, right?
Me?
The lady who was just talking, what was your name again?
Anne.
No, not you. Yes, I know you're an M, but the other person on the call.
Betty?
Betty. Oh, sorry. Yeah, tell me if you want to jump in, but I have one more question for M or Ann. If one wanted to just start out to be a preferred customer, what would one need to do?
Well, what are the things that you would like to change? If you had a magic wand, what would you like to address on your face? What are your top concerns?
Wrinkles. I've earned every one of them. Skin and sunspots on the hand.
Okay. I would probably recommend the day, the night, because they work synergistically together. The night is a nighttime treatment that you sleep on your face. It doesn't show, so it's not like you're wearing, something weird. The daytime is a moisturizer, but has the same active ingredients in it. So those work together to give you the 24-hour activity on your face. I would recommend the cleanser, just because our cleanser is such a great cleanser. You don't even need a makeup remover anymore. It's called a double wash cleanser because it goes on like a light oil, lifts everything off. And then when you emulsify it with water, it turns into light foam. It is going to leave your skin like baby soft and squeaky clean. The Illuma Boost is good for any issues that you might have with the pigment. You can use it on your hands. You can certainly use it on your face. I use it twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have any kind of sagging in the neck area,
Mm-hmm.
the Firm. You can also use it on your backside or your arms or wherever you want to look more toned. So that's a long list of products. You might want to try some of them, see how they work for you, and then try something else the next month. I don't know, but whatever you use, take pictures.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. I can't say it enough, because the people who say it didn't work on me didn't take pictures. Go ahead.
I saw one picture of a woman, when you get older, your skin gets a little crepey, that like kind of wrinkly.
Mm-hmm.
That's the body lotion. I thought I saw one picture where one woman's arm looked a lot better.
Yeah, that's going to take care of the crepiness. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And which product is that?
The Nerium Firm, the firming cream.
Oh, the firming cream. Okay.
And that you can use on your neck too.
Oh, I see. And that's for the cellulite too, if one
Yeah.
chooses.
Yeah.
Shit, I need a whole gallon.
I know. I use that stuff up. I'm telling you.
So can I just pop in and ask a question?
Sure.
I would just for a second. So if a person decided to do whatever that $1,000 package is, or the one that kind of has all the products,
Yeah.
or so how do I say this? The training aspect of it, just going back to what Linda was saying, is I personally don't have a lot of time. I mean, I've got 2 other businesses I run. And so I'm just wondering if, how much time does the training take to be able to get things rolling where, I'm using the product, and then perhaps someone, says to me, what do you, and then I can get them on. They perhaps think about maybe they want to join or even try the products, whatever the case may be.
That's such a great question. I love this question, because what we do is we set up a game plan for anybody that wants to be a brand partner, so that we can really understand what you want from this business, either monetarily, or maybe there's some goal that you want to pay for this or that, and how much time you want to put in, so that we can strategize. And I'd be a part of this. This is what I do. Strategize how you can use the time that you do have to offer to this, which can change. We're just talking about getting out of the gate, so that we make you work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
The mistake is that people just start going around the website and they get completely overwhelmed and they do absolutely nothing, which isn't going to benefit them, and it's not going to benefit us. We're incentivized to help you work smart in the time that you have to offer to this. So the minimum for making money is probably about 5 to 10 hours a week, ish. Now, I say that, and people say, how much time do I spend doing it? And I cannot answer that question, because it's hard to tell when I'm working and when I'm not working. If I'm having lunch with somebody that I've just met and the subject comes up of what do I do, I'm going to share this with them. But I don't feel like I'm working, because I'm having lunch with my new friend that I met at Pilates or whatever, So it's interesting. We wrap this around our lives. A young mom could be dropping off her kids to play with another kid, and they have a conversation as they're getting in the car. I mean, it really is like that. Or you're standing in the bank line and somebody behind you says, I didn't sleep a wink last night. I don't know what's wrong with me. I wish I could find something to help me sleep. I turn around and I say, I might have something that can help you with that. Here's a sample. I happen to have one with me. Why don't you try this?
Yeah.
See if it makes you sleep better tonight. That's it. Does that answer your question? And there's a lot. The online orientation training maybe takes an hour or so,
Right.
and you can do that in segments if you want.
Okay, so I'm going to have to thank you for that, Anne. So I'll make a couple of comments, and then I'm gonna have to break away. But I wanted to just say that one of the things that you brought up regarding leadership, which is vitally important in ensuring that if I was to do something like this, it has to be with a company I'm aligned with. And that's what I do in my leadership coaching. So when you said that, thank you for that, because if my values are not aligned with the organization, it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Whether it's space product or not, right? And so, and that's hugely important for me. The other aspect of it is I have a lot of challenges with my skin. And so this looks like it could be something potentially, it sounds really, really positive. And also knowing that there are several other people I know that would probably be very much interested. But again, going back to, I would have to fine tune it to see so I would like to call and have a conversation regarding what the opportunities are and what would potentially work for me to get into doing this, because again, I say I have two other organizations. I have a healing practice and I have my leadership for offshore drilling. So really, and they sit top priority for me, as I have my 5-year plan of retirement. So, but I am open to this in having a conversation. So perhaps I might be able in a week or two to get together. I have to travel here next week, so I won't be able to make that happen.
Well, we can hop on a 3-way call with them and just have a conversation that's, personal to you. In the meantime, she can shoot over a video or two that's going to show you a little bit more. I would recommend the Last Run Club, and we can talk about this later, but I want you to meet the CEO. I want you to hear from him and understand who he is and what his MO is.
Totally important to me.
Yeah.
And that's part of my other product is working with, actually senior leaders of corporations in talking about what you're talking about. So that's pretty cool. I really appreciate you bringing that up.
Yeah, well, let's talk, Emily, right after
Yeah.
this, and talk about which videos. And you know, if you watch those and you want to see more, we have a library of maybe 100 different videos. So we have product videos, we have, you know, all kinds of lifestyle videos. We'll shoot you over a couple that we think might be good to start with, and then, you know, if you want to see more, there's lots more.
Yeah, and I completely agree, Betty. I know exactly what you're saying, and Anne does too. That's why I met Anne through Dr. Joe, and I just loved her from the beginning. But so her and I are the same way with working with people that are aligned like that. And that's why I was so surprised when I watched a video of him. I was like, oh my gosh, he's speaking my language. He's speaking that, you know, heart-centered, like helping people, and you can just feel it from him. And it was an intuition thing for me. It really was. So I'm excited to send you some videos.
I've heard him say from stage that his objective in starting this company was he wanted to create a platform where anyone could create a life by design instead of by default. And he said, I especially want to empower women. He said, the dudes can come too, don't get me wrong, everybody's welcome, but I want I was interested in coming out of retirement to do this because I saw the opportunity to build a company that was going to have a culture that I could be proud of instead of some of the gotchas that some other companies might have. So he's a cool guy. I like him a lot.
That's cool. I really appreciate that. So if I could just make one comment before I say goodbye, and thank you all very much, is my comment is to Linda. I wanted to share this with you because as you opened up and you shared about the climbing of the wall, there's just something that comes to me that I wanted to share with you.
Oh, sure.
I think you had asked, I love this, Em, you had asked, like, were you heart-centered or whatever? And then Linda comes back and says, no, I was, focused on the wall. But what I want to share with you was it took a lot of courage for you to do what you did. And actually, the word courage, the front end of the word courage actually means heart in French. So what I'm going to tell you is it did, in fact, take a tremendous amount of heart for you to do what you did. So thumbs up. Great job. I don't know if I can do it. With or without courage.
You can do it.
Anyway, thank you. I just wanted to share that with you guys.
That's awesome. Courage. I never thought of that. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, courage.
Yeah, like corazon.
Yeah. So yes, corazon. Actually, I love it. Yeah. So it's to be successful in business, it takes and requires a tremendous amount of courage. So
Oh my gosh. And coraje is courage in Spanish. Corazon is heart and coraje is courage.
There you go.
Well, blow me down.
There you go.
That's awesome.
All right. Talk with you later. Thank you. We'll speak.
Bye. Bye. Well, I guess we will close out unless, Linda, you have anything else.
Yeah, I do have a couple questions. Em, honey, are you going to turn the lights on?
Oh.
You're kind of fading away. There we go. Okay.
Slowly getting darker here in Telluride. The sunsets have been amazing here.
I bet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I am definitely interested in trying the product. The thing is, I just blew a wad on some stuff that I need to use up or use in combination or something. I don't like what I have for the nighttime. Daytime it's not changing my skin, but at least it's not dry like it usually is in the wintertime. But the videos that you were talking about, are those available to be shared with somebody who hasn't become a brand person yet?
We can send you product videos or business videos. What are you interested in finding out more about?
Well, my worst experience with this kind of relationship marketing was with a thing called not Blue Ventures. It's something Ventures, and they were selling these packages for travel. Yeah. Anyway, when I saw the creators and at these trainings, it was like they would come out and there was a red carpet and they were coming out in a Mercedes. It was like the Grammys or the Academy Awards or something like that. And it just turned me off. It was like, and I became in debt, from doing this stuff. So I'd be interested to see, how I feel about looking at the CEO of this company and if I get the slime factor feeling from him, which apparently you guys attest to. He's not that way, but it was such a turn off that last time that if you guys were not Dr. Joe people, I would not have.
Right.
I wouldn't have even.
And I'll just say it's again, I'll kind of repeat what I said earlier. It's so funny to me because I've talked to people who have had experiences like that. And to me, this company, and I just started not that long ago, is so far removed from any of those things. It's so interesting to me because really when you think about it, as far as the Dr. Joe work and what we're learning as far as not letting our past be our future, you know what I mean? Not letting those experiences. And and that's why to me, it spoke to me because it's so in line with the Dr. Joe stuff and you get to work with Dr. Joe people. I mean, I'll tell you, Linda, I had written, for the last year in my journal, like Joe has us write the letter, and then like what it'll look like. And I had J for job. And then this showed up and it was like, oh my gosh, it was everything actually on my list. Like, I want to be able to work from anywhere. I want to make as much money as I want or as little as I want. I want to work with people who are into this kind of work. So for me, it's so interesting when people tell me their experiences like that, because this is like so far away from that. I mean, you can't, it's what other business can you start with a one-time investment? And it's not like, I guess I've heard of ones with like jewelry and stuff where you have to continuously invest. This is not that.
The investment for this, something ventures, I forget the name of it. They were selling these really cheap unused cabins in cruises and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Somebody thought that it would appeal to me because I travel a lot. So I was kind of grasping at straws like you.
Yeah.
And it was just slime all over the place, man.
Yeah.
It didn't last very long. And for it more, it's not the kind of thing. I'm not a Cancun kind of girl. I mean, I'd backpack through Laos. I'd rather do that. Cancun, except for Dr. Joe, of course.
Right.
But the site doesn't really matter except that it's so it just really had such a slime factor that but it's just skin cream, first of all, and secondly, with Dr. Joe, folks in here, there's a level of integrity that's
absolutely
a little higher.
Yes, absolutely. For me too, and that's why I'm like, oh, I get to work with Anne. I love her. Anyway, we've gone to many workshops together. I know her. Like you said, the integrity factor. So for me, it was very intuitive. It was very like, I knew, well, that's easy. And then it was even before I even watched the videos of the CEO. And then I watched him and I was like, oh my gosh, this is mind blowing to me. Like,
what's interesting is I have a book club on my team with some of my leaders and we're reading Becoming Supernatural. So those people are getting excited. Maybe 10 people from my team have attended a Dr. Joe workshop. Maybe 20 people from the company, including the leadership coach, David Bird, and his daughter Jenny, have attended multiple workshops. And I've signed up maybe 15 people from various Dr. Joe workshops that I've been to over the last 2 years. So I see the companies like infiltrating each other.
Yeah.
It's not just Neora that's going to Joe, it's Joe coming to Neora. They're just getting all up in each other.
Did you see that Rachel Rose also signed up, Em?
She's on our team.
Oh, she's on your team.
Yeah. Yep. So
she was
just working together. Yep.
She was let go of being a nurse. I hope she goes back to it. She was just, I think, in the wrong space.
This might float her while she's looking for her next position.
Absolutely. And listen, I'm very, very, very close with Rachel. She's a very dear friend of mine. And nursing has been hard for her because it's very 3D. So she has been looking for something to financially, so she can actually live her passions, which is animals.
I told her she should have been a vet all those years.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I tell her that all the time. Actually, I tell her she's like a Steve Irwin because she's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Or Bindi. A Bindi Irwin.
Yeah. So she's excited. She's really excited about this. She's already signed up a couple of customers. So
oh, good.
Within like a week. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. So 2 things. Any videos that you can share with me, I'd be pleased. And I'm interested in trying the products for now.
Absolutely.
But, I'm open, and I could see myself doing it, but I got to do this step by step here. I need to have.
You might want to just grab a bottle of night cream.
I was gonna say, might as well try try the night cream. It's
night cream is one thing that I'm missing, is because the stuff I have, I don't even put it on at night because I don't like it. It makes my skin feel really dry, and
we can hook you up. You should try the night cream. I don't know if, as long as the stuff that you're using isn't prescription stuff.
No, it's not. It's no. There's something that's similar to CE for like that. Have you ever heard of Skin Beautiful?
Mm-mm.
Nah, I think all these pharmacies make shit and then rebrand it and sell it to doctors' offices, and they make a mint off of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's there's one. It's not prescription. It's a retinol based though, and the other one is I don't know, like CE Ferulic. I like CE Ferulic better because it's more natural.
I might suggest suspending the retinol when you try the night cream, just because they may not merge the way you'd want them to. they might be doing different things, and you don't want that. You don't want to have a war on your face. So I would suspend using that and trying the night cream. Take some pictures and just see how it works for you.
And then you get the full effect too.
Yeah.
Without that.
Okay. All right. So Em, you'll tell me what to do?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
So why don't you guys talk after we get off of the Zoom, and then Emily, you and I can talk about the videos. So I'll just be here. Call me when you're finished talking with Linda.
Okay.
Thanks so much for being on, Linda. It's great to see you. You do look really familiar.
I woke up Thursday morning and I'm like, oh, I forgot to Zoom.
No worries. There we go. And it was perfect. Yeah. It was perfect. Betty was on here with you, and that was great.
That's great.
We do them all the time. This is just the easiest thing. I'm sitting in my bedroom right now, and I guess I'm working. It doesn't feel like it to me. I'm going to go.
You must be in California or something, because it's sunny. It's sunny where you are.
Yeah, that's my patio out there. The sun's still up, but not for very long.
She's in Ojai, California.
Oh, you're in Ojai. Yeah, I'm in. You and our sun's already set. It's time for the PM meditation. It's time to eat. Actually, I'm really getting hungry. But
well, thanks for being here.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Nice to meet you.
Same here. And you and I are going to continue to talk, Em, or
yes.
We're going to hop off of this, and then Emily will call you.
Yes, I'll call you through Messenger.
Cool. All right. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.